Good evening and welcome to the NCL 2025. We're here for match number 13. First of the two games here at the KJ Somaya Cricket Ground. The Srh Rockers, we are champions going head to head. Well, one of the teams will ensure a position. The position in the semi-finals with a victory today. The other team will have to wait on the results. First ball, Rishabh, the captain of the Rockers. And straight away there's an appeal. Beautiful delivery. What a start this is. Change in the opening pair today. Vinny Dujodwala is opening with Deepening Mashru. We saw Rishil open in one of the games. We saw Neyal open in another. Got a lot of options up there at the top. The last game that we are champions played was a defeat for them. Here goes Rishabh. Full toss outside edge going straight towards shot third man. And it will be a dot ball. So a packed offside field, one can say. With 6 on the off and just 3 on the leg. Mid on, mid wicket and a square leg inside the circle. On the leg side and on the off you've got a mid off cover, extra cover point. Shot third man and a deep third man as well. Slightly squarer. Here goes Rishabh. Off the middle of the bat straight towards cover. And well done by the man at cover. Diving effort will be a single. Youth and experience. There's a mixture of talent that you'll see at the NCL 2025. And like I said yesterday as well, these all players are working professionals, business owners, and etc. etc. But when they come out to the field, the commitment to the game is so professional. You can see the dedication. As yesterday, a certain Dhanesh Cheda with an injured hamstring still managed to score a half century for his side, and he was there right till the end. Although he was at the losing end. He was on the losing end. And here goes Rishabh to Vinny Dujodwala for the first time in the game. Vinny flicks the ball towards mid-on. Easy single, gets off the mark, opens his account as well with a single. Different field for Vineet. There was a deep mid-wicket in position. Now the Pain's back on strike, change in field. Difficult for the fielders to adjust on each single delivery. They have to make those changes. Ball after ball. Here goes Rishabh round the wicket. Well, there's a loud shout, but straying down leg side. Was always angling. Down leg. It's a tight first over. Tidy one. Just 2 runs of it. Still a ball to spare. We'll have to wait and see what happens next. Both the teams were very content with the decision that they took. Srh Rockers wanted to bowl first. We are champions wanted to bat first, and it ended up in a similar kind of a way for both of them. Last ball of the over. Outside off stump. That's driven beautifully in the gap. It's racing away towards the fence. Will this be the first boundary? Yes, it is. And ends the over with the boundary. So at the end of the first over, it's 6 without loss. First two has been bowled. It's a 6 without loss. Onto the pads. Looking for a quick single and he'll get it. Good running wickets. Vineet gives a strike to Deepening. Plays it with soft hands into the leg side, and Deepening was alert on his non-striking end to run for the single. While batting first, you need to get a good score here. At least 160 is what you need in the first innings. The dew factor plays a major role in the second innings and also in the game after this. The pitch will have its fair share of wear and tear, but more importantly, the dew factor, that will play a major role. Fielder at deep extra cover, deep third man as well. Two fielders on the off. They're on the boundary, coming around the wicket. Oh, that's a fantastic delivery. Oh, Deepening playing it a bit too early. Did not gauge the swing of the ball. And a beautiful delivery, I must say. It is Krish Khetwani. Deepening on strike. Outside off. Oh, that's signalled as a wide. But he was fishing outside off. Krish Khetwani opening the bowling today. We saw Viral Somaya also bowl in the last game with the new ball. Harsh Mehta, another interesting bowling option that they've got. Abhijat Sangvi opened the bowling in the first game. This time outside edge. It's racing away towards the third man region. That's going to be 4 as well. Yet another boundary. And he cuts hard. He cuts for 4. Abhijat Sangvi opened the bowling in the first game. This time outside edge. It's racing away towards the third man region. That's going to be 4 as well. Yet another. He's bowling round the wicket. Deep third man, deep point, 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Square on the offside, and again outside off stump. And yet again it's a wide. Well, Krish is saying it's not a wide, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Ball was slightly outside off stump, and Deepening trying to poke at it. He's got a couple of boundaries to his name, Deepening. At the non-strikers and Vineet as well. Got a half century in the second game when they played the White Knights this time. A full toss delivery played towards cover, looking for a quick single. And he gets there. Good running. Very, very well done by through these batters. For Vineet as a deep third man, sort of a bit deep point region, backward, and a deep mid wicket on the onside. Vineet plays with soft hands, looks for a single, denied, but it was a good early call. Pashwa was attacking the ball. I'm glad they did not take that. Last ball of the over. He cuts the ball. He cuts it well. It's played towards the point region in the deep. That's good fielding. But they will get a couple of runs in the end. And at the end of 2 overs, it's 16 without loss. Still a ball remaining. Full toss play into the onside. And that's going to be 4 as well. Still a ball remaining. Full toss play into the onside. And that's going to be 4 as well. Change in bowling now. Abhijat into the attack. The first ball is played towards cover. Slight misfield, but will be a dot ball. Deep extra cover and deep third man. 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Mid on, mid wicket, square leg inside the circle on the leg side. There's a fielder at short third man, but he's very, very straight. Something you don't see often in cricket. If that's the case, he should come inside and stand on slip. With Deepening on strike. Outside off stump, and was that outside the line? No, it wasn't. It was inside the line, so it's another dot ball. And I think Abhijat, in his follow through round the wicket, his natural area of running is towards his left. You cannot blame him, but when you're bowling around the wicket, you have to be very, very cautious that after your follow through, it has to be outside the pitch. Often very difficult for right arm bowlers bowling around the wicket. The natural movement does not allow you to go straight. It always allows you to go towards your left, and that's why Abhijat been given a warning. Running in the middle. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. And I'm surprised Abhijat was not used in the previous game with the new ball. He's got the knack of getting the ball to move in the air. Even in other tournaments that he plays, the amateur leagues in and around Mumbai, he always opens the bowling. And he can pick up wickets. That's the most important thing. Not just bowling with the new ball. He's a wicket-taking new ball bowler. Deep extra cover and deep point. Deep third man, in fact, on the boundary. Full toss. Played towards mid-on. Viral Somaya is quick, but they will cross over for a single. Good running between the wickets, Vineet and Deepening, the 2 men. Changes in field now. The deep mid wicket in position for Vineet and a fielder at deep third man, the two outside the 30-yard circle. Packed offside field, as you can see. Abhijat still making a few changes to the field. He wants a mid wicket as well. Be very cautious with the over rate as well. There are certain penalties that come with it. Backward point comes inside the circle. Shot third man in position and a deep extra cover on the boundary. Abhijat to continue. Vineet on strike. Oh, that's down the leg side. Wide, says the umpire. Was angling into the pads and Vineet did not get anything on it. If he would have got some bat on it, it could have easily raced away for 4 because there's no short fine leg in that position. Well, a must-win game certainly for both these teams. It is the business end of the tournament. Last day for the group games. Goes across the line. There's a man in the deep. On the bounce, Pashwa. Good field placement. Very, very good field positioning in the deep by the captain and the bowler. Have to give them credit for that. Still a ball remaining in the over. Left-handers back on strike. Keeper comes up to the stumps now. That's interesting. Well, Deepening was not looking to step down as it is. But it's just to add that pressure on the batter in the air. And that's dropped by the man at covers. Was the captain, Rishabh Shah. And like I said, Abhijat Sanghvi is a wicket-taking bowler. To add that pressure. Almost picked up a wicket for himself. And that's dropped. That's the end of the over.
By the man at covers.
3 overs have been bowled. It's 24 for no loss.
Was the captain, Rishabh.
24 without loss at the end of 3 overs, and it's the captain continuing. Rishabh, angle towards square leg, chance of a run at the bowler's end. Oh, but Vineet was quick to get back to the non-striker's end. It was a yes-no situation in the middle. And almost was a total chaotic mix-up there. Oh, and he gets him. Rishabh has made amends for that dropped catch. A beautiful delivery, and look at that, even Deepening agrees to it. The ball came back in sharply to the left-hander and it went through the bat and pad. The first wicket goes down, the captain strikes. It's 24 for 1.
The total chaotic mix-up there. Oh, and he gets him. Rishabh.
New man in at number 3 is Niall. Lost a big wicket in Deepening. Trying to go down the ground. He was looking dangerous for the little time that he was out there in the middle. But he's to perish now. New man in. Niall on strike for the first ball. Flicks it away. Gets off the mark straight away. That's in the gap. And that's racing away towards the fence. Boundary to open his account. And sort of a freebie,
To perish now.
one can say,
New man in.
as it was
Niall
angled onto the pads
on strike for the first ball. Flicks
And
it
he
away.
gets
Gets
a
off the
boundary.
mark straight away.
for 4.
That's in the gap. And that's racing away towards the fence.
Keeper comes up to the stumps. Fine leg has been taken a little finer again. In a better position, but can Rishabh bowl in and around off stump to Niall. New man in on strike. Much better delivery. Flicks it towards mid-on, looking for a quick single. And he gets that good running between the wickets. Harsh Mehta, the man. Harsh at mid-on, trying to attack the ball, but it's good cricket all around. Played with soft hands by Niall. That just goes to show that he's pretty well aware of the situation. Don't need to be over aggressive in the first few overs. You can be very calculative. It's a 20-over game, a long game. To every one innings is pretty much enough to get that 160, 170. If you just apply yourselves. Vineetu Jodwala got a brilliant half century in the second game. Can he get one more here for his side? Goes down the ground. What a hit that is. Viral Somaya. That's a good stop. He's a clutch player, Viral. He's a good bowler, good batter, and so you can see an extraordinary fielder as well. Running to his right, puts a foot out and saves a certain boundary. It was hit by Vineet. It was brilliant timing on it, to be honest. Long off on a deep point in position. Outside off, trying to cut the ball. Oh, it's straight into his path. Direct hit was needed, but it was not to be on that occasion. They get a single. And it ends the 4th over. It's 31 for 1 after 4. Well, at the end of 4 overs, it's 31 for 1. Going in and around 7.5 and over. Abhijat Sanghvi to continue. In the air, straight to the man at extra cover. Good field placement, good bowling as well, Abhijat. Has a good rhythmic run up. And now you can see over the wicket, he's much more comfortable bowling to the 2 right-handers. Although fair play to him, from this very angle, he caused a certain half chance in his previous over. Was a dropped catch by Rishabh, who obviously made amends. Extra cover goes on the boundary. Point comes inside the circle. So it's cover, a point, backward point, a short third man, and a deep extra cover. Square on the offside. Here goes Abhijat pulling the ball. Kept low. I guess it kept low. Took the inside edge as well, Niall. Trying to pull the ball away into the leg side, and well, everyone on the leg side is inside the circle, so the intent was right by Niall. All he had to do was get some bat on it. Ball just held onto the pitch. It's the 5th over of the innings. The score is 31 for 1. 6 over power. You need to make the most of it. Niall hold of the ball through. off comes back. He has much different to Nyal has a strike. Wicket is well. The more conventional sort of a batter. Here he goes again, Vineet. Outside off stump, Vineet lets it go. It's a wide. Getting some swing in the air. Abhijat. It's his last over in the power play, so he would like to make sure that he doesn't concede any boundaries, as this is the 5th over of the innings. Guess it will be Rishabh from the other end to bowl the final over of the power play. Full toss. It's in the air. And that's dropped. A running catch. A running catch, and
Rishabh from the other end.
Vinny Dujodwala trying to pull the ball away into the leg side. The man at deep mid wicket had to run a lot,
in the air,
cover a few yards.
And that's
He got to the ball, he did the
dropped.
tough part, but he could not
running
hold on.
catch.
Abhijat Sangvi, 2 overs, 2 opportunities created, but the wicket column says 0. That's the kind of impact he creates those opportunities with the ball. Niall goes straight towards the man at cover. Was a good looking stroke, but did not get the placement right on that occasion. It's been a good over by Abhijat. They've got a few more bowling changes in them. Parag Mehta, the man who took a hat-trick in their second game, which was their first victory in this NCL 2025, is also one of the options. Pulls it away this time. Mid-on, over his head. Another half a chance, I must say. A little difficult. But one of the better fielders up there, Harsh Mehta, could not grab hold of the ball. And that's the end of 5 overs. The score is 38 for 1 after 5. In bowling, Viral Somaya into the attack. Oh, beautifully bowled outside off stump, looking for a quick single. And they'll get it. Good running between the wickets. The last over of the power play. Viral. Outside off. Lets it go again. Another dot ball. Goes off the back foot, punches it down the ground towards long off. Will be another single. This time outside off stump, he drives it towards cover. This one's much better. That's a dot ball again. Goes on the back foot, but does not get any connection on it. It is another dot ball. It's been a tight over this by Viral Somaya. He's known to bowl those difficult overs, be it with the new ball in the power play in the middle overs or at the death when the batters are going berserk. But this man has got cool and composed approach towards the game this time. And outside off stump delivery, trying to cut the ball, playing a miss, and that's the end of the power play. Over was finished very quickly. It's 40 for 1 after 6. Change of ends at the end of 6 overs, 40 for 1. Outside off stump, that's been punched into the gap. There is a man in the deep, Harsh Mehta, the new man, into the attack. Was the pick of the bowlers and shared the man of the match award with Viral Somaya in the previous game. Was magnificent in the last game. With the bat and with the ball as well, Harsh Mehta. Can he get that breakthrough that they need? Niall at the non-strikers end. Looking far too comfortable. But now the power play fielding restrictions have been lifted. That means that you can have a maximum of 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle and 4 in. And that's what they've gone for. There's an extra cover point. Shot third inside the circle with a short fine leg as well for Vineetu Jodwala. Leading edge. Oh, that's in the gap. There was no point. Point was on the boundary. And they get a single. Well, it was in the air for a long, long time. And had there been a fielder at backward point, would have been straight down his throat. Tucks it away into the leg side. Should not be more than a single. Good bowling this by Harsh Mehta. He knows that the field is spread and, well, 5-6 runs and over is quite all right, you know. Also knowing the fact that the boundaries are big. So it's not going to be easy for the batters to get those big hits when the field is widespread. Unless you bowl poor deliveries. And that's what Harsh is targeting. This time outside off stump. Beautifully played. Well, sometimes a good delivery can also perish for a boundary. It was very well placed. Behind the fielder, a third man, Nachiket the man. Was it Khetwani? But one thing certain, it was a boundary. It's looking very, very good out there. Oh, he pulls it away. The ball just hurried onto him. And that occasion will be just a single. Already 8 runs off the over. One can say it's a very successful one in this situation where they need those big hits, where they need those boundaries. They've got one in the over. Last ball, Niyal on strike. Oh, Niyal trying to cut the ball off the back foot. And he got just caught on the crease, I must say. Was a very good delivery. End of 7 overs. It's 48 for 1. Don Shroff into the attack. Outside off stump, cuts the ball towards shot third man and gets a quick single. Good running between the wickets and good thinking as well. Rotating the strike. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. That did not spin. Went on straight with the arm. And I think that's how Don Shroff usually bowls. He does not like to turn the ball a fair bit. Likes to bowl flat and straight. I think Niyal will understand that in a couple of balls. Point, backward point, cover and short fine leg inside the circle. Again, caught on the crease on the back foot. Another dot ball. One mistake that you can't make when Don's bowling his play across the line, because he does not get the ball to move a lot off the pitch. And the ball just pitches and goes on with the arm. This time, outside off stump, umpire says it's a wide. And look at that, even Don is, enacting the kind of ball that he wanted to bowl, the straighter one. And with that, the 50 comes up in the 8th over. 50 for 1, Niyal and Vineet. The two men out there, off the back foot again, another play and a miss. Looking to play the cut shot. And that's the thing about Don Shroff, he does not get the ball to turn a fair bit, and quite often the batters tend to wait on the back foot, assuming that the ball will come back into the right-hander, but just holds on with the arm. And similar kind of delivery by Don Shroff this time around as well. 3 dot balls technically, back-to-back, barring that wide delivery. So the only hope that Niyal will do is look for a single, and that's much better. Playing off the back foot to the man at deep extra cover, looking for 2. They're coming back for 2, and that's fantastic running. That's the beauty of having a youngster out there in the middle. Young legs. It was straight to the man in the deep, but it was good running between the wickets. Last ball of the over. Scores 52 for 1. Change being made on the field. Parag Mehta, who was a man at point, has been sent to deep cover, I guess. Yep. So long off, deep cover, deep extra cover, deep mid wicket, and a long on. 5 on the boundary. Short fine leg is right next to the umpire. It is technically a square leg. Short fine point and covers. Inside the circle, here goes again. Don in the air. Straight towards point. Oh, Pashwa. Slight fumble. But that's the end of the over. 8 overs have been bowled. It's 53 for 1. Parag Mehta into the attack. Nial goes over the head of the bowler. There's a man at long off. Bit straighter than usual. And it's going to be a single. Outside off stump, lets it go. Beautifully bowled. And Parag Mehta, just to remind all the viewers watching us right now, he is the man who took the hat-trick in the first win that they got in this tournament. Vineet is on strike. Outside off, cuts the ball, cuts it beautifully, but straight to the man in the deep. He'll get only a single for that. Parag. Nial cuts the ball straight towards cover. Oh, that's slight fumble there by Don Shroff. I think they'll come back for 2. But they decide not to. A good call in the end. Good loud call for a single. Beneath. Toss up delivery. Tucked away into the leg side. They'll look for 2. But the fielder was quick to cover a large area. And just a single again. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff going on here. Both these teams giving their best, giving their all. We are champions, still have a lot of batting in them. Vicky Oswal, Ankit Chopra. Rishil has not yet come to bat as well. And Nial goes in the air. Oh, but he does not time the ball all that well. Will only be a single. Well, he's feeling the pressure, feeling the heat. And at the end of 9 overs, it's 58 for 1. Don into the attack, the last over of this end. Plays it down the ground. It's a firm hit, firm hit, firm hit. And that's 4. It was straight as an arrow and Nial gets a boundary of the very first ball of the 10th over. Score moves on to 62 now. And a much needed boundary for Nial personally because he was feeling the pressure. But he gets four. Four to his name. Don. Outside off stump. He cuts the ball this time. To the man in the deep. Should only be a single. And that's much better by Niall. Because in the previous over, he was struggling to pick the length up when Don was bowling. And this time around, he's adjusted well. I think that just goes to show that these are good signs of maturity as a player. Do not repeat your mistakes. And you adapt and overcome these mistakes. Here he goes again. Outside off stump. Cuts the ball. Vineet does not get anything on it. But he'll get a single to himself. Well, Don is a very, very smart customer when he's bowling in the middle overs. 3 balls remaining in this 10th over. Outside off stump, he cuts it. Much better this time. Will he get 2? I think comfortably they'll come back for 2. It was a good throw, but Niall is very, very quick. Another couple of runs taken there. It's been a good over this for the VR champions. Got 8 runs in this. Still 2 balls remaining in the 10th over of the innings. Viral might be fancying his opportunity to have a go from the other end this time. Outside off stump, cuts the ball towards deep cover. And will be another single. 1 ball remaining. Vineet on strike. It will be drinks break after this over. It's really important to keep your concentrations up high. Oh, and that's a beautiful delivery. Ends the over. It's 67 for 1 after 10. Viral into the attack. Niall on strike. Niall goes into the leg side. Just a single towards long on. Viral. Oh, Vineet goes across the line. And immediately he gets a boundary to his name. A beautiful stroke towards fine leg for 4. Viral tosses it up. He goes over cover. Oh, but the man at covers was on the boundary. So it'll yet again be a single. And not the best of throws. It was inside the sun. And he got blindsided for a second. Viral. Oh, he goes across the line. Man in the deep. On the bounce for a single. Vineet Jodwala and Niall now have decided that they want to go for the big hits. Viral Somaya is a top class bowler, but he too must be feeling some pressure because you don't want to lose the grip of the game in such situations. This time it's played in the air towards the cover region. They're looking for two, but they decide for single. Good running, good calling, and Parag was fantastic on the boundary. Last ball of the over. Goes into the leg side again. Well, as he got the gap, not sure about it. It'll just be a single, just a single. So at the end of 11 overs, 76 for 1. Eleven overs have been bowled. It's 76 for 1. And Niall on strike. Don Shroff, change of ends for him. Niall goes on the ground. Straight towards long off. And Rishabh the man does well. Oh, he goes into the leg side again. Makes room for himself. Another single taken. Don just remarking his run up because the way Niall and Vinita batting, they're looking full of intent. Especially Vinith, he's shuffling all across the pitch and trying to find those gaps, as he did in the previous over as well. But here goes Don. Oh, and Niall playing across the line. A beautiful delivery. Crucial dot ball, this one. Niall trying to go across the line and the ball just missing the top of off stump by a whisker. Punches off the back foot. That's a good looking stroke straight towards deep cover. Man there, Harish. Oh, that's a slight fumble. And they'll get two. An easy 2 runs. Between the wickets, they get a couple of runs. And Niall back on strike. Playing across the line, missed by the keeper. And that's going to be a couple of runs, is it? Yes, it is. 2 runs taken. Good running between the wickets. Byes signalled by the umpire. That was completely missed by the batter. Last ball of the 12th over. Goes off the back foot again. Straight to the man at deep cover. And that's the end of the over. 12 overs have been bowled. It's 83 for 1. Here goes Harsh. How many he'll get? He get 2. Pashwa did not judge the angle at which the ball would spin. Usually at point, the ball always spins to your left. And that's what happened there. And Pashwa was a bit clueless on that occasion, but he did well to recover. Couple of runs for Niall. Playing across the line, there's an appeal. And the umpire says not out. Probably straying down leg. Leg by signalled by the umpire. Niall and Vinith now or never for them. They've got a lot of batting in them. Ankit Chopra being one of them. Rishil Shah used to open the innings. But today we've not seen him out there yet. Shot fine leg in position. Shot third man. Extra cover and point inside the circle as well. Vineet across the line. Man there in the deep. But on the bounce. He'll just get a single for that. Was whacked. Unfortunately, he could not find the gap, Vineet. But he's looking in fine touch. To be honest, the way he's hitting those deliveries, the connection. So clean and crisp. Nehal. Yorker length. Well fielded. Very well fielded of his own bowling. Harsh Mehta. It was fiercely struck by Nehal. And he got good bat on it. That was good fielding by Harsh Mehta. 4 runs of 4 deliveries. Looking for a boundary. Nehal trying to be the aggressor. Goes in the air. Viral Somaya. And oh, he's not stopped that one. That's for a brilliant attempt. Very, very good attempt, but a crucial boundary in the course of this game. Last ball of this over. Outside off. And that's the end of the over. 8 of it. 91 for 1 after 13. Change of ends for Parag. Coming from the pavilion end. Vineet to Jodhwala and Nehal, the 2 men out there in the middle. Nehal on 41, Vineet on 30. Here goes Parag. Oh, and there goes Vineet. He's found the gap. They're looking for 2. Does it have the legs to go all the way? That's good fielding in the deep. Well done by the man at deep mid wicket. Run all the way towards square leg. Saved a couple of runs for his side. Good footwork in the end. Playing across the line, Vineet. Working really hard for each and every run. These 2 out there in the middle. Still a lot of batting left. We are champions. Have got Vicky Oswal, Rishil, also Ankit Chopra yet to come. Goes outside the leg stump to make some room on the offside, but a plainer miss. That one kept low as well. That's good bowling by Parag Mehta. He's bowling quicker through the air. Trying to bowl in and around the good length region. To keep your length in check when you're bowling to Vineet. Oh, and look at that. Completely shuffling outside off. But only a single. Well, he was well outside off stump for that shot. Only gets a single there. 94 for 1. Change in field for Nehal. Deep extra cover, deep cover and long off. 3 fielders in the deep on the offside for Nehal. And he punches it straight towards the extra cover region. Just a single. Looking for 2. Chance of a run out. And that's a poor judgment by Nehal. Went for the second when he knew that the ball was cleanly picked up. And one of the better fielders in the Srh Rokers lineup, Don Schroff, A very well made innings by Niall of 42 comes to an end. It's 95 for 2. Out there in the middle, flicks it towards long on. Just a single there. Ankit gets off the mark. But it's a crucial time for Ankit to come into bat. His team needs a big knock from him. Vineet Dudwala has played really well. Vineet came in to open and this looked solid. 96 for 2. Last ball of the 14th over. Parag Mehta. Vineet Dudwala. Vineet goes in the air. Well, it's not timed. It is a no ball. It is a no ball. It will be a free hit. 6 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. No ball signalled. And a free hit. .98. Ankit. He's on strike for the free hit delivery. Bowls outside off stump. That's missed by the keeper as well. We'll wait for the umpire signal. He says it's a wide. And the free hit will continue. The 100 comes up in the 14th over. And the free hit still continues. Four inside the circle, deep extra cover, point, backward point and a short third man. It is a free hit delivery. Vineet Dudwala. Can he get a boundary here? It's on strike. Whacks it down the ground. The timing wasn't there. They're looking for 2. And they'll settle with 1. And that's the end of the over. 101 for 2 at the end of 14. So change in bowling, change of fans, 101 at the end of 14. Vineet on strike. Goes across the line, play and a miss. He's not been able to get the connection right. To be honest, he's looked good. Looked very promising. He's been a little unfortunate. On occasions, Vineet. A shot third man in place. A cover point and fielder at covers as well. 3 on the offside inside the circle. Long off, deep cover and deep point. The 3 on the boundary. On the offside. Here goes Rishabh. Oh, and again another wild heave into the leg side. Swing and a miss. Vineet Dujodwala. He's played solid so far. He's not been able to hit those boundaries. Fielder at backward square leg inside the circle. Deep mid wicket and long on. 3 on the leg side. He's looking for a boundary Vineet. He goes high in the air. It will fall safely. Not before these two cross over for 2. Oh, they'll just take a single. Interesting call. I think the right one as well. Vineet is trying his best to get those big hits, but he's not able to connect the ball cleanly. Wherein Ankit, who's just coming to bat, can do that for his side. Left-hander. The field will change for him. Mid-off comes in. Covers inside the circle as well. Shot third man. And a shot fine leg. 4 inside. Coming round the wicket. To the left-hander. So Rishabh has to be very, very accurate with the line. Cannot pull anything outside leg stump. It's going to be easy pickings for a player like Ankit Chopra, who really loves to play that slog sweep. Outside off, he cuts the ball. Straight to the man in the deep. Will be just 1. Oh, they'll get 2. Oh, that's poor cricket. That's very, very bad. And the fielder at deep point, no mistake of his, he just threw it. Harshvardhan Rungta could not see the ball, the sunlight in the eye, and there was no one backing as well. So I think it's just a bit unfortunate chain of events there. Ankit back on strike. Goes across the line. Wide ball. Gonna be a single as well on that wide. So angling onto the pad, straying down leg side, and the keeper did well to get a hand on it. Because had he not got the hand, it would have easily raced across the fence for 4. Shot fine leg in, covers inside the circle, point. And a shot third man. Fielders have to run a lot when the batters keep taking singles. That itself is very tiring for the fielding side. Vineet goes across the line. And that's a huge hit for 6. Brilliant stroke of his bat. And finally, Vineet gets one in the middle of the bat, and look at that where it goes. Over square leg for a huge maximum. The first 6 of the innings. And it comes off the bat of Vineet Dujodwala. It was a fantastic strike. Goes across the line again, playing a miss. So an expensive over this one. 11 of it. 15 gone, it's 112 for 2. Bowling change from the far end. It's Harsh Mehta back into the attack. Cover point, shot third, fine leg inside the circle, and here he goes to Ankit Chopra. Down the leg side. That'll be a wide, well kept by Harshvardhan. Angle onto the pads and was looking to get some bat on it. Harshvardhan, but could not. Here he goes again. Again, angle towards the pads. That's flicked beautifully. Don Shroff giving it a long chase. And it'll be a couple of runs quite comfortably. Well, having only 3 fielders on the leg side and still angling towards the pads is not the wisest of choices. Harsh Mehta needs to be very, very cautious with the line and length. Because Ankit is very good on the onside. He's an elegant batter. Ankit plays the sweep shot to perfection as well. And just look from where his bat comes as well. Little wider. And this time he goes down the ground. Towards long off. On the bounce for a single. Oh, he's looking for 2. Chance of a run out. And he's gone. He's gone. Runs himself out, Vineet. It was his call. It was Vineet's call for the second. He was running to the danger end, but Ankit Chopra was not really alert to come back for 2. And Vineet, he has to go back to the pavilion. Well made 40 odd for him. Couldn't get to a half century again. And the new man in is Rushil Shah. And straight away goes inside out towards deep point. But he'll only get a single. And there's a reason why he was inching to come out there to bat. That's the very reason. He wants runs for his side. Ankit is now on strike. A lot of changes being made in the field. Never easy to bowl left and right hand combinations. Harsh Mehta to continue. Goes into the leg side, Ankit. They're looking for 2. Pashwa the man, he's quick. Very, very quick. Good loud call of no. Another single there. Towards deep mid wicket. Rishil. A deep mid wicket for him. A long on, long off, deep cover. And a deep point. Oh, and look at that stroke. Improvisation. And precise execution over the wicketkeeper's head for 4. You cannot set a field for a shot like that. Brilliant stroke. Again, repeats the similar kind of a stroke. Back-to-back boundaries. And he ends the over. An expensive one. 16 overs have been bowled. 126. Into the attack. Driven towards cover. They're looking for two. Rishil coming back for the second. And that's good running between the wickets. Throws at the keeper's end, but both are quick to come to their respective ends. He tries to cut the ball. And Rishil was looking for a single but denied. A good Yorker outside off stump by Viral. Trying to guide the ball towards the point and short third man region. He slogs it into the leg side. It's in the air. In between two players. And that's got to be four. Very good stroke by Ankit. Beautiful looking stroke for four. Nothing wrong with the delivery. But the shot was just admirable. Viral Somaya. Can he get his man? Oh, beautifully bowled outside off stump. Slower through the air. A bit wider as well. And Ankit trying to replicate the similar stroke that he played on the previous delivery. No connection between bat and ball on that occasion. Moral victory for the bowler. Nothing much. And this time he goes over the top. Parag! Almost. Almost grabbed a stunner. They'll get a couple of runs. And Ankit trying to cut the ball over the point region, and Parag was a great effort. Yet another good over for We Are Champions. Dot ball. Fantastic delivery. 17 overs have been bowled. And it's 137. 134 for 3. Dawn into the attack. Rushil trying to go. Trying to play the reverse sweep. Play and a miss. Good bowling by Dawn. Goes into the leg side. Call is for 2. Running for the second as well. And there's a chance of a run out, but he says he was inside. Good running between the wickets. They're really quick to come back for 2. Sweeps the ball. And that's missed by the keeper for a minute. But it fell in. Close proximity to the wicket keeper. Rushil trying all the tricks up his sleeve to get as many runs as he can for his side. It's a fine batter. He's got very effective strokes. But this time again, another slog down leg side and another play and a miss. Good bowling this by Dawn. Outside off, another play and a miss. What an over this has been. Fantastic bowling. Superb stuff. It's been a fine over this one. And Dawn just adjusting his field for one last time. Goes in the air. Straight to the man at point. And that's poor fielding. It was just a single. Gives away a couple of runs. And that's the end of another over. 138 at the end of 18 for the loss of 3 wickets. Overs have been bowled. It's 138 for 3. Last 12 deliveries. Viral Somaya in his final over of his spell. Different responsibility, a different role for Somaya. Rushil at the non-striker's end. Ankit on strike. Trying to sweep the ball. And that's a wide. To start off the penultimate over, the over number 19. Slogs it. Man in the deep. And that's been dropped. Was a catching opportunity. But he's not able to hold on to that. Not sure who the man was. I guess it was Pashwa. Deep mid wicket. Well, that should have been caught. Ankit Chopra, big wicket. And this is what he does to you. He'll make you punish for that. Gets a boundary on the very next delivery. Salt in the wounds of the Srh Rockers. Dropped catch boundary of the next ball. 7 of the first 2 deliveries already in this over. Proving out to be a big over already. Was in the air. And in the gap again. Will be another couple of runs, Harish. Oh, he's missed that one. Will they get 3? They decide not to run for the third. Just lost the plot the last couple of overs, the Srh Rockers. Although the previous one was a very good over by Don. But the over before that and this one especially proving to be a little costly. And he slogged it. And that's 6. What a hit that is. Over square leg, Ankit Chopra. Beautiful timing. And the 150 comes up. 150 is up for We Are Champions. Again, he slogs it. And that's another beautiful strike for 4. We'll wait for the umpire signal confirmation on that. But what a shot that was. Outside off stump, he picked it up. And 4 is the signal from the umpire. Been a very expensive over this one. One ball remaining in this over. Ankit Chopra. Dropped catch. 4, 6 and 4. Viral. Over the top this time. And again. In between 2 players. Looking for 3. Looking for 3. They'll come for 3. That's good running between the wickets. An extremely expensive over. 19 overs have been bowled. It's 160 for 3. Final over of the innings. It is Rishabh bowling the final over of the innings. So 160 for 3. 19 overs have been bowled. Last 6 balls. Ankit on strike. Punches it down the ground. They'll run for 2. They'll certainly run for 2. Throw at the keeper's end. But the throw is not the best one. They get 2. Fabulous running between the wickets. Not a dangerous throw there from the man in the deep. Getting a couple of runs. Again, he makes rooms for himself. Over the top again, dropped by Parag. Well, I guess he'll be run out now. But Ankit Chopra has already done the damage. What an innings by Ankit. Destructive and devastating for the oppositions. Goes back to the pavilion. The fourth wicket down. Ankit Chopra already destroying completely the SRH bowlers. Was run out after a dropped catch. New man is Sujan Salvi for the first time in this tournament with the bat. And he's cleaned him up. Rishabh gets a wicket to his name again. Bowling stump to stump and trying to play across the line on that occasion. And he goes back to the pavilion on a golden duck. Is Neeraj Bajaj. Slogs it into the offside. He'll only get a single. And rightly so, Rishil wants to stay on strike. Couple of balls remaining. How many more will they get from here on? Coming for 22 runs. Was an expensive one. Good delivery outside off stump. He goes in the air, goes through with the shot. And that's going to be a single. In fact, a couple of runs, they come back for two. Rishil will be on strike for the final ball of the innings. Last ball of the innings. $166 for 5. Final ball. Oh, he's ramped it over the top. He's racing away towards the fence. This takes some stopping. And that's well done by the man. Getting 2 at least. Going for the third. And they get 3. They get 3 eventually. So 169 for 5 at the end of 20 overs. 160. In fact, 160, 170 will be the target for them in short time. Welcome back to this run chase. 170 is the target. Neeraj Bajaj with the first ball and runs off the bat straight away. Off the back foot. Played with soft hands and opens the account for him and his team. Pashwa now on strike. Well, two fielders outside the 30-yard circle, a deep square leg and a long on for Pashwa. Pashwa trying to pick the ball in between the bat and pad. What a delivery that was. Neeraj Bajaj completely deceiving the batter. And Pashwa is the supposed man in form for SRH. Short delivery, he pulls it away into the leg side. Looking for a single. And he'll comfortably get it. Man at square leg. We are champions. Were a couple of men short in the field, but fair play to the Rockers. They've given two fielders to them. This time it's in the leg side, in the gap. Towards the man in the deep. For a single. Pashwa comes back on strike. Target of 170. Bulk of the scoring done by Vineet and Ankit Chopra. Later on, Niyal as well getting 42 to his name. Played with soft hands, tucked away into the leg side. And that'll be another single. Just one. Four runs, one wicket. बोला उसने क्यों बोलेगा आपने मनीष भाई Rabindra into the attack. Outside off stump, trying to play the cover drive. Playing a miss. Long on goes on the boundary. Third man comes inside the circle. Pashwa. The man on strike. The first wicket fell pretty cheaply. .170 is the target. Again, trying to heave the ball into the leg side. A play and a miss. Once again, couple of dot balls. Harsh Mehta, the new man at the non-strikers end, having a word with his fellow teammate, the youngster Pashwa. Played a match-winning knock against the Sanatan strikers, where he scored a blistering half. He was not out right till the end. A magnificent run chase. Long off goes on the boundary as well. Long off and long on, the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Slow delivery, goes down the ground. Fielded as well. Cuts it off. Will only be a single. Change in field now. Extra cover goes on the boundary. So for Harsh, extra cover was on the boundary and long on. But for Pashwa, long off and long on are on the boundaries. Can Pashwa play a big knock here for his side at the non-strikers end? Harsh was man of the match in the previous game. First ball, flicks it towards long on. Gets off the mark straight away with a single. Gives the strike to the more informed batter, other to Pashwa. A lot of batting still left in the Srh Rokers camp. Harish Adnani being one of them. Viral Somaya obviously the other. Pashwa caresses it down the ground towards long off. It'll only be a single again. This is the first of the two games we played at the KJ Somaya Cricket Ground in the NCL 2025. The next game between White Knights and the Tiara Titans. Full toss. Flicks it straight towards square leg. And it'll be another single. Vineetu Jodwala, the man at square leg, goes straight to him. But they only get a single. Neeraj. Oh, good Yorker. Played with soft hands, looking for a single. And they'll get that. Good running between the wickets. Flicks it towards square leg. Another quick single taken, but there have been no boundaries so far in this innings. Boundaries seem to have dried up for them. The Srh Rokers not got to the best of starts. They've lost an early wicket. And also the runs not been coming comfortably for them. Outside off again, trying to slog the ball through the cover region. And yet another planar miss. A good delivery that came back in sharply. Beautifully bowled. Harsh trying to flick the ball. Took an inside edge. And they get a single. Pashwa is on strike. They've not got a boundary yet. And the smart play from the bowler. The fielders inside the circle are all up from the 30-yard rope. 30-yard line. Goes in the air. Towards mid-on. Towards long on, in fact. Will be another single. Inside edge. Inside edge. And that will be the first boundary of the innings. An unconvincing stroke. But 4 nevertheless for Harsh Mehta. The first boundary of the innings. Unfortunate Neeraj. 3 been bowled. It's 16 for 1. Ravinder will continue the second over. Right off stump, that's crashed into the gap. That's beautifully timed. And that's going to race away towards the fence for 4. The first boundary for Pashwa. Second boundary of the innings. Outside off stump delivery. Over pitched. And he got room to free his arms. Gets a boundary to himself. Went through with the shot. And the field restrictions need to be taken advantage of in the first 6 overs. As a field rat cover, extra cover, point, backward point, shot third man, along with a long off, 6 on the offside, 3 on the leg, square leg, mid wicket and long on. Ravindra goes again, much better this time, played with soft hands into the leg side. You get a single for that. Got good depth in bowling. We are champions. They've got Ankit Chopra, left arm spinner. Also Deepening Mashru can bowl. Those left arm spinners as well. Ravindra trying to pull the ball. That one kicked off the turf. Got the extra bounce. The effort delivery. Looking for 2, but they'll have to settle with 1. Was very well bowled. Buys signalled by the umpire. Some extra bounce off the turf on that occasion. Goes again. Pashwa Cuts it this time straight towards point. Chance of a run out. Oh, it's a direct hit. Oh, it's a mighty close call, but the umpire said not out. Throw at the bowler's end now. But it'll only be a single. Direct hits are always close. They always can cause all sorts of trouble. But on that occasion, Pashwa managed to get back to his crease. And that's a good single taken by Harsh. He saw that the ball had deflected off as it hit the stumps. Change in field. Mid-on comes inside the circle. There's long off and deep extra cover now for Harsh. Ravindra to continue. Oh, he pulls it away. He's got quite a good of connection on that. On the bounce. That's going to be 4 as well. Another boundary in this over. Back of a length delivery, and he picked up the length quite early. Dispatches it over mid wicket. A good looking stroke for 4. They need many more of these. 170 is the target. Ravindra to continue. It's the 4th over of the innings. Harsh Mehta goes into the leg side. Has he got the gap? Or slight misfield? Or they'll go for 2. Pashwa is quick. Is he quick enough? Oh, they needed a direct hit at the bowler's end. The throw also was at the wrong end. That's the end of the over. 4 overs have been bowled. It's 29 for 1. Four overs have been bowled. It's a 29 for 1. And chasing a mammoth total of 170. Well, I shouldn't say mammoth, but it's quite a competitive one on such a pitch. Neeraj Bajaj to continue. Pashwa on strike. Pashwa goes into the leg side. The man in the deep. But it's in the gap. Should be cut off. But they will get 2 for it. Rishil Shah, the man in the deep. A couple of runs again taken. 1 for 1. Neeraj played with soft hands. Pashwa plays into the leg side. Will be another single beneath. Square leg. Just a single again. Here goes Neeraj again. Oh, and that's a punch down the ground towards long on. It'll only be a single. Looks for a single, but he does well to get back to the safe end. Ashwa gets a leading edge towards the third region. That won't be stopped, and it's racing away towards the fence for 4. Towards mid-off. And he'll keep strike. 9 of the over. It's 38 at the end of 5 for 1. Pain into the attack, and he's called it for a wide. Very first ball, the umpire is wide. 39 for 1. It's the 6th over of the. Harsh on strike. Uses his feet, goes towards mid-on. Side. Single taken on that occasion, but it's a dot ball. So back foot. Oh, he's found the gap. It was a poor delivery. And he gets 4 for himself. Just need to guide the ball in the gap. And he did it to perfection for 4. Pain putting the final over of the power play. Well, that boundary will put some amount of pressure on the bowler. Trying to go into the single is what he'll get. Couple of balls remaining. Long on goes back. Deep mid wicket on the boundary as well. The 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Mid commentator as well to keep up with. the amount of changes that are being made here. Cover, long on back. Pashwa on strike. 2 balls remaining in the power play. He goes on the back foot. He punches it straight towards the man in the deep. Or it'll just be a single again. Good fielding by the man. Ravindra at deep cover. They only get one. Last ball of the over. Uses his feet. He finds the 6 overs have been bowled. And at the end of 6 overs, it's 50 for 1. Pashwa off the back foot cuts it towards deep extra cover. Looking for 2, but it'll only be a single. Vicky Oswal, man with the ball now. Playing over number 7. The end of the power play. Power play is over. The field restrictions are lifted. And you'll see now the boundaries will not be that easy to come. Although the singles will be much more on offer. I think that's the way to go for we are champions. Need to stop the flow of boundaries. And quite the opposite for the Rockers. They need as many boundaries as they can. Vicky to Harsh. Sweeps it straight towards the man at deep mid wicket. It'll only be a single. Well picked up and good, accurate throw. Just one. Vicky outside off stump, that's driven towards cover. Looking for a quick single chance of a run out. They needed a direct hit. And Pashwa is lucky to survive on that occasion. Crossover for a single. It's quite a risky single that. Harsh comes back on strike. Harsh Goes into the leg side. This time Pashwa, he's got better connection. They'll look for two. Oh, they're coming back for the second. That's good running between the wickets. Excellently done by the two batters. Off the back foot. Caresses it into the offside region. But he should only get a single. Good fielding by the man in the deep. Another one. 6 runs of this over. Still 1 ball remaining. 1 ball left. 56 for 1 in the 7th over of the innings. And Harsh. Both these players, they need to play a big knock individually to collectively win the game for the side. 4 on the leg side. Long on the boundary. Mid wicket inside the circle. Deep mid wicket on the boundary and a square leg inside the circle. Here goes Vicky. One Pashwa has punched it again towards the cover region. They should get a couple of runs. Harsh comfortably jogging back for the second. So 8 runs off the over. 7 overs have been bowled. It's 58 for 1. Change of ends. Coming from Deepening. And here he goes, Deepening. Harsh on strike. Makes room for himself. And he gets 4 of the first ball. Slow delivery. Angled onto the pads. He had enough time to shuffle across the off stump and guide it towards the fine leg region for 4. Beautifully played by Harsh. Gets the boundary of the very first ball. Puts the pressure back on Deepening. Despite the batter shuffling along, stuck to his line to the same length. And a dot ball here. Here's Harsh again. Using his feet. He's gone down the ground. As he certainly gets another boundary in the over. Second boundary of the over. And Harsh Mehta is looking in fine nick today as well. Can he play a big knock here for his side, Harsh? Score moves on to 66 for 1 in the 8th over. Deepening Mashu bowling slow through the air, and that's one of the reasons why it's relatively easier for the batter to make themselves, because there's no pace on offer. There's plenty of time for batters to make the adjustments. Goes into the leg side now. Between two players. They should come back for 2. And quite comfortably in the end. Good running by Pashwa and Harsh. It's been an expensive over this one. 10 runs off it already. With a couple of balls remaining. For 1. Harsh Mehta and Pashwa. This partnership seems to be troubling VR champion squad. Going towards long off, again asking for 2. He's running for the second, but a good by Harsh, ensuring that they settle for 1. Score 69. It's just the 8th over. They're well on course in this run chase. They need to keep batting the way they are. Pashwa off the back foot, he's cut the ball towards extra cover. Slight fumble. They're running for the second as well. Touch it. Oh, they complete 2. Very expensive over this one. 71 at the end of 8 overs for the loss of 1 wicket. Eight overs, 71 for 1. First ball onto the pads. He's taking a single. Pashwa comes on strike. Pashwa just controls himself, playing that shot. And a crucial dot ball this. Very well bowled by Vicky outside off stump. Did not give a lot of pace to the batter to move it around with. Pashwa cuts the ball. It's in between 2 players. Vineet does not have the best of wickets. You need to choose the players. Vineet is very, very good when it comes to catching and ground fielding. But he's not got the best of shoulders to get that zip in that throw. And that's one of the reasons they get a couple of runs quite comfortably. It is the 9th over of the innings. Pashwa on strike. Goes down the ground again. Pushing hard. But it should only be a single this time. Couple of balls remaining now. Outside off stump, lets it go. Wide ball signalled by the umpire. Well, they're at the required rate right now. Scoring rate at which they are going. They're looking pretty well set. They need to keep going this way. Couple of big overs. And a shots like that. Straight to the man though. But the timing was impeccable on that shot by Harsh. He's looking in such good form today. And the kind of strokes that he's played. He's really dominated with the bat today. Pashwa. Last ball of the over. Oh, gets an under edge and that's a dot ball to finish off. A tidy over by Vicky. 9 overs have been bowled. And the score is 77 for 1. Change in bowling. Watsal into the attack. And that's driven firmly towards cover. Watsal, the new bowler. This is the last over before the drinks break. Oh, that's bounced really well off a good length. Watsal to continue. Oh, he goes in the air. He takes the aerial route. There's a man in the deep. Will he get to the ball? Oh, he does not. And it just evades the man at deep mid wicket. That's got to be a boundary for Pashwa. Watsal. Pashwa trying to lap that ball. It's a play and a miss again. That's a wide delivery though. Gonna be another extra. I'll have to bowl that one again. Outside off stump and trying to play the cover drive. A play and a miss. Good fuller length delivery outside off stump. Yorker length. Here goes Watsal again. And Pashwa gets an outside edge. Straight towards short third man. And that's a dot ball. Good early call by Harsh. Not interested in the single there. Using his feet, going into the leg side. Oh, he's found the gap. And that looks like it'll go for 4. Beautifully done. Boundary to end the 10th over. At the end of 10 overs, it's 87 for 1. At the end of 10 overs, the score 87 for 1. Another 83 required. Well, it's Vicky Oswal to continue. Change of fence for him though. Harsh on strike. Oh, he's pulled it away. There's a man in the deep. On the bounce. Will be a single. That was just crunched off the back foot. Meaty blow. This one we've not seen Ankit Chopra yet in the bowling. Surprising not to see him bowl today. One of the better bowlers in We Are Champions. Vicky continues. He's pulled it away into the onside. There's a man at long on. Will only be a single this time as well. 89 for 1. It's the 11th over of the innings. Well, the target for them will be bat till at least the 15th over. Anywhere close to 125 to 130. Only then they'll be in a commanding position to win this. Let's go. White ball signalled by the umpire, who's well outside off stump, and he let it go for another extra. Pulls it away again into the onside. Man at deep mid wicket. Will only be a single again. It's good by Rishil. He was rushing in. Well, he wanted a couple of runs there, Pashwa. He was denied. 4 runs of the first 3. He goes over there to the bowler. That's straight as an arrow. No stopping that. And that's going to be a boundary. What a strike that was. Down the ground for 4. It's been a big over this as well. Of the first 4 deliveries. Couple of balls remaining. Pashwa on 44 and Harsh as well on 44 runs. Pashwa crunches it into the offside again. Man at deep cover. Only a single. Moves on to 45. 1 hit away. Both these players from getting to a half century. Score 6 in this 11th over. Oh, Harsh plays across the line. Leading edge, and the keeper does the rest. And what a time to get out. Harsh has to go back to the pavilion. 11 overs have been bowled in. 96 for 2. 12 overs, 96 for 2. First ball trying to play a ram shot. They get a couple of runs. Yes, comfortably in the end. Pashwa converting those ones into twos. It's on 47 now. He's looked so good today. Pashwa again taking responsibility. The non-striker's end is going to be Nsci, the new man in. Pashwa caresses the ball through the offside, racing away for 4, and that's 50 for Pashwa. Second 50 for Pashwa in this tournament. What a knock he's played. 100 comes up as well. And Vatsal, who's been one of the better bowlers for We Are Champions in this tournament. It's taken for a boundary. Again, he goes down the ground. That's another beautiful stroke. This needs some stopping. And that's missed by Somani. The two flares on the boundary. That should have been stopped. Went through his legs. And that's 4. Well, that should have been stopped by the man at long off. Young lad running to his right. Could not get a foot to it. 10 runs of this over. Pashwa again goes down the ground. Outside off stump. Oh, that's a plainer miss. Beautifully bowled. Last ball of the over. 11 of this over. 107 in the 12th over of the innings. Covers inside the circle. There's a point. Shot third. And now the square leg comes in for Nsci. What's that? Is over. Nsci gets back on. Chasing away towards the third man region. They'll come for 2. Oh, I think they should run for 2. And they will run for 2. Deepening Mashru, the man who did well to stop the ball in the first place, but he could not stop a couple of runs. 12 gone. 109 for 2. Twelve overs have been bowled. It's 109 for 2. And Ankit Chopra comes into the attack finally. Better late than never this time. Punched down the ground towards long off. It should only be a single. Pashwa getting his second half century in the NCL 2025. He's one of the younger players. One of the youngest ones, in fact, to feature in this tournament. There's Pashwa, there's Sid as well. Another youngster. A lot of youngsters in this SRH lineup itself. Nachiket off the back foot trying to cut the ball. Play. Trying to cut the ball off the back foot, Ankit. That's a toss-up delivery. Across the line. Chance of a catch. Should be taken. And that's taken by Neeraj. Made it look so easy. And Ankit Chopra immediately strikes. Third wicket goes down. 110 for 3. The new man in is Viral Somaya. Couple of games prior to this one, the Srh Rockers, when they got their first victory, these two were the men who got them over the line last time around. Can they do it again? Ankit to Viral. Punched off the back foot towards long off. Will be another single. Pashwa. Been a very good over this by Ankit. A couple of runs. Big wicket of Nachiket as well. Under all sorts of pressure. We are champions as well. Need a victory here. Played with soft hands towards the cover region. And he'll give the strike back to Viral. Last ball of the over. Only 3 runs of it. There's a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep cover. All in the front. Short fine leg, short third point, and extra cover inside the circle. Here goes Ankit. And Viral gets it in the gap. They look for 2. Oh, they decide not to run the second one. Good call, good early call. 4 of the over. 113. 113 for 3 after 13 overs. Down the leg side, starts off with a wide. Rabindra brought back into the attack to put further more pressure on the batters. Viral drives it down the ground. And, well, the most unfortunate way to get out. Rabindra got a hand to it. Pashwa was short of his crease. An unlucky dismissal. The man in form, the main man, Pashwa, has to go back to the pavilion. Great innings by the youngster. Well, the fourth wicket goes down, and the new man is coming to bat. It's Don Shroff. Set the non-striker's end because an unfortunate dismissal of Pashwa has brought him into the crease, and Viral really wants to make amends. Beautiful stroke over the head of the bowler. Gets his first boundary in this innings. A crucial game this for both these teams. This is the NCL 2025. And this is the last day of the group stage matches. Whichever team wins this encounter, SRH or VR, will automatically qualify for the semi-finals. The other team will have to wait for the last game outside off stump. Well, there was an appeal, but the umpire says not out. Well, there was a sound, but I think RJ Rabindra did not hear anything. No appeal means no decision from the umpire. Viral, slow delivery, carves it towards the offside region. He'll get another single. Don comes on strike now. Don Shroff, he bowled well in the middle overs, but now with the bat, can he prove to be the difference maker? Well, the field has changed now for Don. There's cover, point, shot third, and I guess it's a mid-wicket in place. Yep, it's a mid-wicket. It's 4 inside the circle. Deep extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, and deep square leg on the boundary. Here goes Ravindra. Don gets back to ball. First straight away. Giving the strike back to Viral. In fact, he will have a check. Some issue with the ball. Last ball of the over. Plays it with soft hands into the leg side. And a diving effort by Ravindra. He'll get a single. And Viral will keep strike. That's the end of 14 overs. 14 overs have been bowled. It's 121 for 1. And a change of hands for Ankit. Short delivery. Sponged off the back foot. Straight to the man in the deep. Slight fumble. Don wants a second but denied. A good call. A right call in fact. Because the throw was good from the man in the deep. Top of the stumps. Don will be on the strike for the first time against Ankit. Get some bat on it, but they'll cross over for a single. He needs to keep the singles going, but at the same time they need a couple of big overs. It's the 15th over of the innings. This over itself holds a lot of value. Oh, where did that come from? What did that come from? Asking for a wide. Probably just came on top of the stumps. From my angle, I could not make out where the ball was going. Short delivery goes towards deep cover again. Slight fumble, they'll get 2. Enough for the batters to cross over for a second. 4 runs have come off this over. Still a couple of balls remaining. So, point, backward point, shot third man on the right square of the wicket inside the circle. On the leg side, they've got a short fine leg. Deep mid wicket, cow corner and long on for Viral. Uses his feet, goes over the bowler's head. He's timed it well, but straight to the man in the deep. Slight fumble. Again, he'll come for 2. And they'll get 2 more. That's good running between the wickets. Ones are converted into 2s. That's great to see. The way they've run between wickets. Again uses his feet this time into the leg side. But he'll only get a single. That's the end of the over. 7 of it. 7 runs coming off the over. 128 for 4 at the end of 15. Change of hands in fact for Ravindra. From the far end. Single taken. Don comes on strike. 41 of 29 needed here. Goes into the leg side. He's found the gap. Oh, it's straight to the man in the deep for a single. Outside off. That's punched. It's into the gap. Looking for two. The call is for two. Don should run back for the second. Oh, slight fumble. Will ensure that they get two. Top running between the wickets. Twenty-seven balls remain. 38 to win. Viral gets it into the onside again. It'll be another single there. 26 balls remaining. 37 to win. They need a boundary here. Srh Rokers. They need a 4. Slow delivery outside off stump. There's an appeal. Umpire says it's a wide. Well, the keeper did not appeal. And wide was signalled by the umpire, so not sure what there. But well, Ravindra cannot believe it. He's arguing with the umpire that it did come off the bat. But I think the umpire is not convinced. It is a wide. 36 of 26 needed. Don. He's on strike. Don gets it into the onside. They were pushing for the single, but pushing for the second, but they settled with just one. Final ball of the 16th over. Goes in the air, takes the aerial route. There's a man in the deep. He will get to the ball. Not before they take a couple of runs. Watsal. The man there. And that's the end of the over. 24 balls, 33 to win. On strike. Put into the leg side. There's a man in the deep. Doesn't have a good throw on him. Not quite beneath. Was the man in the deep. And I think Viral and Don knew the fact that Vineet is a fantastic fielder when it comes to ground fielding, but the throw was not the best. Comfortably, they come back for 2. Tossed up, he goes over the top of the bowler. Straight as a whistle. Can he take 2? He'll come for 2. And that's good running, Neeraj Bajaj. Was the man in the deep. Could not prevent a couple of runs. Trying to go across the line. Beautifully bowled by Ankit. It was a very, very good delivery. Goes into the leg side. He's found the gap, has he? No, not quite. Told you Vineet is a fantastic fielder. And it'll only be another single there. Ankit. Not be able to get to it. What a time to get 6. What a hit by Viral Somaya. Over long on. For a huge maximum. They needed this strike. They needed this hit. And they inch closer. And closer. To a victory. Again, tucks it away into the leg side. This time he'll take a single. Smart batting. And he'll keep strikes. So at the end of 17 overs, it's 149 for 3. "18 balls, 21 to win." Well, Wheeler's on strike, but something just disturbed him on that occasion. Vatsal. Oh, he's pulled it away into the next side. That's going to be a boundary. Much needed. 16, 17 more or 17. What a shot that was. Pulls it away for 4. Crucial boundary this. And Viral Somaya. Pulls it away this time. How many will they get? They'll run for 2. Oh no, 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 is the call. Good early call. Good early call by Viral. The 150 was up with that 4. 154 is the score now. 16 balls, 16 to win. Well, leg for 4. That's a beautiful stroke for 4 again. Shot that was by Don, and now victory is just a moment away for them. The Srh Rockers, with this win, will progress into the semi-finals if they get this victory. Their name. It's been a perfect performance by the Srh Rockers. Don Shroff, Viral Somaya, Pashwa, Harsh Mehta as well. A team effort. Total team game. Outside off stump, he's driven it this time. Towards extra cover, they'll come back for 2. Throw from the deep. But these two are very quick between the wickets. Another beautiful strike. 10 more to win of 14. Victory is essential. Kenny's flicked it towards mid-wicket. He'll only take a single. In fact, Viral is walking to the other end. Last ball remaining. 9 to win of 13 now. Outside in a miss. Beautiful. Full length delivery. That's the end of the over. So in 2 overs, 9 more required. 161 is the score after 18. deliveries. Fields inside for Ankit Chopra. Mid wicket in square leg in covers. Point. Shot third. John onto the back foot. Leading edge. Oh, it falls safely for him. 8 of 11 to win. On strike. What a chase this has been from the Srh Rockers. Pulls it away this time into the gap. They'll run two. Don Shroff running to the danger end. He comes back for two. Fantastic running between the wickets. Another couple of runs taken. So now just one hit away. 6 more to win of 10 deliveries. Can Viral finish it off in style for his side? 6 to win of 10. And Viral. Ankit Chopra. Oh, he picks it up and for 4. Another magnificent shot by Viral Somaya. Using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball and flicks the ball towards the square leg region for 4. Batting on 38, Viral Somaya. Couple of runs away from a magnificent victory. The Srh Rockers. Well, the calculations have begun for the next game as well, because we are champions. Goes back to the goal. Oh, chance to run out. And he's gone. Very anticlimactic here. Ankit Chopra has run him out. Two runs to win. Plays it towards cover, looking for a single, chance of a run out. And the umpire says that he's come inside the crease. Scores 1 run to win. 7 balls, 1 to win. Don Shroff. Well, everyone's inside the circle now. One run away. Scores are level. Oh, and Don. He'll have to wait for it. It is a dot ball. 1 run to win. Scores are level. The captain is on strike. And an outside edge. 4. And a victory for the Srh Rockers. They progress to the knockouts. And we are champions. Have to go back to the drawing board and see the scoreboard of the White Knights. But a huge victory this. A victory by 5 wickets. And the Srh Rockers will be playing in Lonavala in the semi-finals of the NCL 2025.